beautiful souls, welcome to Elevate and Dominate, where we invite you to explore the depths of your desires and untangle the mysteries of kink. I am your guest host.
Main host.
I'm not your guest host. I am one half of the hosting, coaching and hosting group here at Elevate and Dominate. I am Goddess Arroya.
Beautiful. Isn't it like hot when she talks? Like seriously. Listen, my opinion matters. And I am the other half, more so just like fangirling of the podcast. And I am Mistress Odessa. So.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we've been able to get together and like really hang, you know?
Yeah, truly, it's been a minute for us to get on TikTok. It's been a minute for us to. She took some R&R last week, which was great. Yes. Mm-hmm. We did an episode prior to this, and we are again back at our pre-recorded episodes. So you on TikTok, you guys are getting live, which is great. But our pre-recorded episodes, we have not been doing them, in the past, but we have brought them back so that we can have some time in between. So hopefully you guys will tune into those on Wednesdays and Fridays or whenever we put them up. Just please look at our YouTube page and we will get a schedule going eventually.
Yeah, message us, email us, YouTube, Spotify. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere right now.
And we're especially at Venus and Bells.
Yes.
So, just saying, if you want to come see us legitimately live.
Yes, in the valley here in Woodland Hills, we are at Venus and Bells Photography Studio / Dungeon. Mm-hmm. And this is a wonderful place if you need to explore your kinks and explore the depths of your desire. This is definitely the place for that.
Just get out on hump day.
Yes, we have right now we have Wednesdays?
Wednesdays for sure.
Yes, Wednesdays, every Wednesday, and then, every Wednesday in August and July. So after August, we'll tell you what it is. Yeah. But we're here on Wednesday nights, and then we'll be having some Saturdays coming up.
Yeah, some Saturdays,
very
and I think
soon.
Sometimes Sundays. We'll see how it goes. We'll see who decides to come, and then if we decide to show up.
Yeah, because that's the key. Getting people here that really know what this situation is. We can't even talk about it enough to tell you to do your research before you come to a dungeon. Make sure you know what this is. This is not a brothel. You know what I mean? So come with your understanding.
Talk about that.
Yeah.
I don't know how we can do that on this thing, but
we should talk about that.
Yeah, there's been a situation, but before we get to that.
Yeah, there has been a few situations, but we'll talk about some good things that are happening right now. We still, what we want to talk about as well.
Let's get it
all right, let's get these out now. Let's get these going.
Let's get these out of the way.
You guys see what these are?
The locks and keys.
The lock and key.
For the cages or the necklaces.
Little do you know, we are sitting on a cage.
Oh, we are.
Right now. We're sitting on a cage.
So nice. Oops.
Well, yeah. We're sitting on a cage, and there's no one in here, but we are looking for a service sub who would like to sit in here. Yeah. But yes. What the ramifications of that mean. So
or the benefits.
There are lots of benefits.
Yeah, and we do like cage training or chastity, like whatever you want to call it. So if you're interested, you can get literally one of our locks.
Go to the link in our bio. Just send us an email, and then we will send you an email back, because right now we're having a little trouble with people being able to purchase on that app. I don't know why, but we'll figure it out. Yeah. But hey.
Or you can just come in person and meet us and
you can do that. So. You can always do that. You can always come on a Wednesday or Saturday. Just check out the Venus and Bells website and...
Yeah, that seems to be the thing that's worked so far is like during or after sessions or parties, like people will in person get them.
Yes, that works a lot better.
Yeah, so benefits all the way around.
Outside of that, how has your week been?
It's been interesting. My life is like the same thing, but always hectic. So I'm glad to be here. I've had some car trouble. It
was car trouble. Well, that's good.
Yeah. Well, my dad's another than my mom, so so my sister.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyways, I had some car trouble.
Car trouble.
Yeah. But yeah, things are like relatively normal yet always out of control. How about you?
Things have been just about the same. Busy. I've really been trying to take my time to really work right now, and working on music and working on videos, and then editing for the podcast, and just like really put myself out there and taking the time to just put as many fires in the iron as I can and see what happens.
Yeah, and if you guys don't, you guys should
said it right. How can I say fires in the iron, irons in the fire?
This is how tired we are, but we're here for you. Let's actually touch on that because I know, but tell them about the music. I'm too excited, and I sent it out before I was supposed to, so, I'm going to let you do the talking, but I will bring it up, so.
All right, so there are...
Let them know.
What is that? Okay, so, I mean, some of you guys may know, may not. My AKA is Goddess Arroya, but I'm also an artist. I do music, and I haven't done it in a while. I kind of put it to the back burner because I'm a trainer as well. I do so many different things. I say a Renaissance woman. But music is one of my passions, and I am really trying to I've been working on other people's stuff, and I don't have any new music of my own out. So I thought it was really important for me to do a project that was kind of like an EP that kind of confessed to a lot of the things that are going on with me. So it's called The Summer of Confessions Volume 1. Hopefully next summer I'll put another one out. But it's 4 songs. 3 songs are produced by Lawrence P. or Spontaneous Worldwide Music, and 1 produced by a producer named Focus. And, it's just my little gems I'm throwing out there. 4 songs, 4 videos. I'm just throwing them out there, really trying to get licensing for TV shows and really send something to the BDSM community, There's really no music that's marketed towards the BDSM community. So that's kind of like something that I wanted to do, is give some music that would, help us have a good Sunday, little sassy Sundays, or,
summertime
vibes, good time music. That's all. I'm really excited about it.
It's so good. You sent me the video earlier, and I literally was like, my sister, my boyfriend, I sent it out right away, and you were like, it's not out yet, so don't do that.
It's not out.
It's so good. I know we've talked about making playlists since we've talked to Monk per private sessions of making it customized. You can literally listen to even just that one song all the way through. It's so good. So you guys literally, I will always butter her biscuit, but I'm definitely fanning the fire right now.
Yes, fan it. I'll take it.
But it's really, really good. Women of many hats or panels or whatever. But who's this now? We don't know.
Nadine, I'm sorry, we don't know you, but we will be accepting. We didn't really have.
Message us.
Message us right now. We're not really accepting any viewers right now. We're just taping, so we don't want to accept new viewers. But thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you. Please subscribe to our live. We will be going live more often.
Yeah, maybe we can bring you on as a guest in a few weeks or something.
Yeah, for sure. We'd love to hear what you have to say.
But yeah. Again, music, you guys gotta go find it.
You can check out some of my old music. If you know, I'm not really about to go putting it here, but if you find it, you find it. It is definitely, when I finish the video, I will drop it on here so you guys can hear it, especially the Sunday service video, because it was shot here at Venus and Bells.
Yeah, it's really good.
So we will definitely be showing that video. And as I said, I wanted to do some stuff to kind of market to the new, not market, but just give some love to the new community that I'm a part of.
Yeah, I think it's perfect.
And I think that this music is something that represents me, and that it can be played in front of anybody.
Yeah, and it representing you means it represents a lot of people.
That's right. So. And here at the Elevate and Dommenate podcast, we are very, very talented. We are going to be doing so many things coming up with this new year. So I'm excited to see more things from me and more things from Sam, because we are going to get Sam doing some busy work this year. We just spoke a few minutes ago.
Things up.
Yeah, we're going to get her doing some busy work and get her doing some editing. So if you guys have any suggestions on any classes or anything that might help us elevate our podcast, we are looking for that information. We're looking to build this podcast, and we're also looking for a service sub.
Yes, absolutely. And if that service sub can teach me some things, I would be willing to give maybe a free session or two. So.
Service subs get sessions free quite often, depending how they work.
Yeah.
And they understand the exchange. They understand how this business works and how we communicate. And we want to make sure that we're able to help someone be a better version of themselves.
Yeah.
And they can help the show be a better version of itself as well.
Yeah.
Because we need editors. We need people to run the cameras, because right now it's both of us. And, we're doing a great job, but definitely we could use some help.
Yeah, definitely.
We could definitely use some help. So
Yeah.
if you are a service sub and you understand what this is, please send an email to elevateanddominate@gmail.com right now. We will send you over an application. You must fill out the sub application so we see what you're looking for, what your interests are, and if we can facilitate what you're looking for.
And I definitely want to get into that, but I do want to say this is not us just like asking for free help. We are limit professional doms.
Yes, we are professional.
Say that on here.
Yes.
And, you know, we're trying to make it so you equally get benefited, you know, not just like go fill up my car and like,
yes,
you should be happy. So we're doing things a little bit differently, but you know.
Yes.
Come chat
and I think I'm always like, even though, you know, most of the time people want to be dominated, they want to be treated with respect. And that's like kind of what that's what we're all about. We're all about respect. We're all about understanding what your limits and boundaries are and seeing if we can push them a little bit, but just making sure that we're taking care of you. You know what I mean? You know, and it's a good time.
Yeah.
So
and
don't
I
worry
think
about that.
that's the perfect segue to talk about the online emails that we've been getting and the vetting process.
Yes.
Let's just dive. I feel like I talk about the vetting process so much and I like almost apologize for my vetting process. However, after talking with what you've experienced recently, I will no longer apologize. So let's like jump into that. And I feel like it's just like this is more addressed to, I don't want to say like new people, but let's just talk about it. Yeah, let's just like talk about it because maybe you guys have a different way of being vetted or vetting that maybe would, you know, we need to know about. So share,
that's
comment.
important.
Yeah.
Because I even like just before you get into that, I spoke to someone on here and they were saying that there was someone on here and she was making comments on how to be a dominatrix and you just telling them the right words to say and not how to do it, you know, just like
the hashtags.
Like quick money, make some quick money. And to me, that person, it was kind of like that you said, the Yelp review, like do your research. Make sure that this person is someone that is in the community. If they're saying that they're a dominatrix and they have certain services, ask them who they work for, what company, what dungeon they work at, who have they worked with, so you can contact them and get references. Like it is a business. This is not, you know, where you just like find a girl on Twitter or TikTok and like, I'm gonna start sending you money. I mean, if it works like that for you,
I was gonna say if that's
good
what you
job,
like,
because it does not really work like that.
Yeah, I would say I agree. Like, I mean, sometimes it works for people. I personally have been in and out of this community since 2016. I feel uncomfortable being like, just send me money. Like, if I'm giving you a lot of my attention, which I tend to overdo that, then I'm like, all right, listen, I got bills. But like, if that works for her, good for her. But like, I don't think we do that. I don't want to speak for both of us, but I will. We don't do that.
No, I'm not here to just take your money and like, I haven't really experienced a large drip.
Yeah, no, me either. Actually.
You know what I mean? Or I haven't experienced, a drain. I've experienced plenty drips, but not drains. And the drain is when you're Femdom and you're getting large amounts of money from people online. I don't, that's just not...
Like a conversation, send. It makes me uncomfortable, actually.
Yeah, and then, I don't know. It just hasn't happened for me. I'm sure it may have happened for some other people, but as I said, I'm new, so I'm not really sure. But have you experienced, like, any drains at all? Like, have you ever just got someone hitting you up and being like, here, I'm going to send me a piece of your feet. I'm going to send you $1,000. Like,
no, like, I've done a drip where it was like $5, which was like really fun, but it's just funny because sometimes I think about it, I'm like, does that make us sound unprofessional or unexperienced, or is it just like we're just like telling our truth? You know what I mean?
I think it's our truth because some people may be experiencing like sending the messages and they get those, depends on what pictures they're putting up, but
or just like the person.
Person. They may have a marketing strategy that works for them. And hey, if they do, hit us up because we want to know how to do it too. Right. Like it's not about hoarding the information, girl. Yeah. Share the world.
I feel like most people, when that actually happens, they have a very good relationship with the person. Right? I turned the AC on. Right? It's because you're here. Yeah. But I feel like people tend to have a very good relationship when that actually happens. So for people who are like, looking into Femdom, again, from my experience, if you're looking into Femdom or like expecting something specific, like it's going to be different with everyone. And that's something I talked about with the Yelp review situation, which we'll talk about later. But I definitely... Well,
let's talk about that now, the Yelp review, because she did put a thing on TikTok talking about a Yelp review. She had a session. Yeah. And let's talk about the Yelp review, because I feel like that's really important for people to see.
Yeah. Well, I the vetting process, which we definitely, I want to like circle back to. Mine is extremely long, like very, very long, because if I'm like in the room with you, I'm in it, but as soon as I walk out, I'm like, okay, that's private, and like sometimes I'll just like literally just forget it. So mine's very, very long. Plus some people's like, there's a lot of like similarity, like the cystification, the layers, you know, there's like a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's a few things, So, but at the end of sessions, my like aftercare, like once we're kind of like done with everything, is I literally am like, hey, like if you were to review me on Yelp, like what's the star, like, and I want like a negative, or like I want negative feedback, because then I can grow from it.
You need to improve, yes.
And yeah, so that was like just one of the videos that I posted about, and like I have like a newer client. I don't know if he's like consistent yet, but the first time I asked him right after, and he had certain things where he's like, well, you didn't like do enough dirty talk, and I was like, fuck, I'm like really not good at that. But you know, so, and then he came back the next week and we did 2 hours, and afterwards he was like, it's a lot better.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, and again, like that's why I said earlier, I was like, is that like naive or like inexperienced? I don't think so, because I rather improve so someone wants to come back than like, you know, not like, I just don't want to like take your money and be like, oh, this bitch.
Right.
Although maybe I should be like that, but still.
I mean, I think it goes on how you feel about it. Like, that's not necessarily you.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean? So don't do anything that's outside of who you normally are. I think that's what this business is about. Like, if you're doing this, you've made a decision to like give people care, a form of care that is different, and it does take a lot from you. Yeah. So you have to be comfortable giving of yourself.
Yeah, it's like extreme customer service. So for those who are here to hear about that session, which there's probably not a lot of people, it went great. Yeah. Pretty sure I'm going to see him next week. He was apparently sore for one day and one day only. But it was fun. It was very, very sweaty. I got a good review after the second
and she got some good pictures. Yeah. That picture was pretty.
Thank you. Yeah, literally. So I say ask for feedback at the end. I always say that. I do that with the training as well.
Yeah, always. I think negative feedback is very helpful. It's constructive criticism.
Exactly.
And it allows for you to grow in every area. And I think that's one thing that I may not have really done. Actually, yes, I do.
No, you do.
I will hug the person for quite some time, and then I'll ask them at the end, how did you feel? Yeah. How was this for you? Was this a good experience? You know what I mean? Yeah. Would you see yourself coming back? So I guess that's... Yeah. I don't necessarily say Yelp review,
yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
It was like my wording is just different. Yeah.
Yeah,
but I think that is important. And I've gotten even feedback off of that. Like the fact that I ask, people are like, thank you for asking, because most people just assume that they're like awesome.
I could see that.
Yeah. And I'm like, we're like intimate in some way. You know, like, don't get that twisted. Yeah. But like... There's an intimacy to it where I'm like, listen, like I could hurt you pretty badly, so I want to know what's going on.
Yeah, there's an extreme. This is a business of extreme intimacy.
Yeah, and in a different way.
Yeah, in a different way. In a different way, for sure.
But let us know what you think about that. If you are like, oh, that's like, I don't like that from a dominant, or if you're into that, or like whatever. Like, again, give us some feedback on
Yelp
reviews.
Get in the conversation with us. Like, let us know.
Not like we won't answer right now, but you know, like message us. But,
awesome. I'm sorry, they said, I'm not sure who it was, but they said that they are a sub that's also a part of the disability community. Okay, that's interesting. I would love to talk to you more and find out more about that, because I know in this business it is, you know, we want to show that there are so many types of people. This is such an open community where people can be themselves in so many different situations. Yeah. Like, I really, we had Frigarian Monk, I think that's how you say the name?
I just always say just Monk, because I...
All right. Well, yeah.
Monk.
We had them on the show, and they were, like, very expressive on a lot of different topics, but it was interesting to know that, you know, each person has their own plight, and they were sub and they were switch. Yeah,
started as a sub, then went to switch, and I think still primarily switch.
Yes, and then they came out of the church community and into the BDSM community, and now you're speaking of disabilities and educating. So I think it's really important for people to know, like, this is an accepting community. Yeah.
Were you here at that party where the gentleman who, like...
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so nicest guy, one of the parties that was recent, he came and he had, you know, disability, for lack of better terms, and like But he like played, I think, was like almost everyone, and it was like I remember when I finally played with him, I was like, whoa, I was like, okay, like you're like, I don't think I've left so many marks on someone ever.
But they like that.
Yeah, loved it.
Really loved
and
that.
And it makes sense because like the thing that like he.
It's a sensation, and it leaves something. I guess that would be like another sense.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Vision and like tactical.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I would love to like dive into that a little bit more because I think that's
very
a little
interesting.
rare. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you for bringing that up.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, message us if you're still on. I don't know.
We had a couple. We want you guys to make sure you're checking out our episodes. We actually interviewed Miss Bliss last week, and she was on the show speaking about her new project as well. And just I'm bringing that up because we're going to be doing some socials here at Venus and Bells, and we are looking for a few people that are really interested in learning more about themselves and connecting intimately with themselves and finding out what their boundaries are and their limits are as well.
Yeah.
And with that said, I wanted to talk about feminization and or sissy play, which I think has started to become one of my favorite things.
Yeah, you're so good at it. And it's really popular. And also you saying we're going to do socials, like try to make us blush. That's all I'm saying. Like there's there's no there's I don't think there's any. Actually, there's something I heard of today that I didn't know of, and it's called like bronchies or something, and it's like men who are really into like Little Pony, not just like horses, but like little. So there's certain things, but like
never.
I was more like intrigued, but seriously, like just come if you just like want to talk about freaky shit. You know what I mean? like that's also what we're here for. Yeah. So. But anyways, yes, continue on.
And with the socials, we're introducing you to certain things, but this is also a place that you can just be comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Meet like-minded people that aren't afraid to share their kinks with other people.
Yeah.
And they understand what this is. This is like we said, they understand, they've done the research, and they've been to events that are similar to this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. And also, I guess kind of even if you haven't, just know up front, there will be no sex. Okay.
Right, and there's not really that much play at the socials either. Socials is really like to get to know each other, speak about interests, and possibly, set up some time for the people to come in. But it's really not like, it's almost like a munch, but we're not really playing per se, but maybe demonstrating a few things.
Yeah. Come on through.
Come on through.
Yeah. But so you were talking about sissy play. Let's go back to that.
Let's go back to that.
Yeah, because this is something that, again, I've been in and out since 2016, and it's a lot more popular now than I feel it was when I first started. And I think it's amazing. I'm like jealous how beautifully put people can be and like know what they're doing. So tell people about it because you're really, really good at it. I'm not like a makeup person.
Well, I grew up in a hair salon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I grew up playing with dolls. I grew up playing like with hair dolls, like just styling their hair, like watching my mom style hair and like making sure. Yes, that's why your goddess has different hair every week.
Yeah, so good.
But I like the transformation in any way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it be fitness, mental, like I love the transformation. So I tend to. It seems to be really easy for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I've lucked up and had people that were just open to what I put on them and their makeup and their clothes and everything. And then we have such a good time. And it's so fun. Do you remember when we did Carter?
Yes.
Oh, that was so fun.
Name when's transformed? Is it Christina?
Erica. Well, one was Erica, and then one was
oh no, she's slow.
Oh, but she's a hottie though when she gets dressed.
Oh my gosh! I forgot. Last time in the white dress. Were you here for the white dress?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
White dress.
It's so much fun. It's so beautiful. Like
yes.
It's just I don't know. It's just like amazing. What else can we say about it?
and you know what? I wanted to talk about that too because I think in the past, me thinking about something like that, I may have had a biased thought. You know what I mean? And now experiencing it and then having time with the people, I'm noticing like it's just people. Either it's males or people that are non-binary, but they're experiencing their feminine side. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I really think that that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I think for me, I often am in my masculine when I'm like on the streets or when I'm having to do certain things. And so I'm constantly having to like buck up. But when I can come to a place and feel feminine and soft and loving, like in my relationships or just communicating with somebody, it is so freeing.
Yeah.
And I love that we facilitate a freeing environment where someone can feel beautiful no matter what they're experiencing. I think that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's a different kind of sexy, I feel.
It definitely is. It's a different kind of sexy. And then I feel like with that person, like connecting with that outside, it could also be something that you hold on to when you walk out the door. Yeah, because you know, in the shadows, I am, this person. Yeah. And so that person kind of, you can embody that whenever you're having those moments of like, doubt or anything like that. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about my first private session? Like back
No.
So my first private one was, now I know, sissification and then pegging after. But I didn't know what to do, so I had them go like shopping, right? Like to find the clothing. And then I put them in one room that was like a very masculine room. And then basically he wanted to be stripped of his like manliness because he like ran a company, he did this, did that, and he just wanted to like not have to do that. And he just wanted to, I guess, feel like more feminine and like put on like the cutest lingerie, and like we had the best time. But like, and that's always stuck with me. It's like, it's just a different way to explore yourself and again like be a little more vulnerable or feel sexy in a different way, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually like I have the chills right now. It's like so much fun to see someone be able to just let themselves
go and be open and just be like, hey, you don't care about that, you're not gonna judge me because I want it to be
you're making the experience better.
Yes,
actually.
Yes.
And like, to be fair, there's also stages of that. Some people don't want makeup on. Some people, we literally put fake nails on just for the evening. Right. So there's many stages.
Some just want the experience for that short time. They don't want to leave here feeling that, but they have that little gem to hold on to, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
And I could definitely see the value in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
The value of being always in charge and then leaving and being like,
someone took care of me.
I was able to just release.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
Awesome.
That's
awesome.
Yeah, I love that.
So, I mean, how do you feel? Like I'm feeling like this is a good show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we just kind of brief you guys on stuff and
just like touch
bases and catch up with you live on TikTok. But we will have some more guests coming up soon. Tune in. We have a guest coming up really soon who is the one that makes latex.
Yes.
Vaughn.
Don't we have some? Aren't we going to be on someone's podcast tomorrow evening?
Is it tomorrow evening?
I think so. When's it?
We'll be on Swicked Witch.
Yes, and we've had her on before. She's amazing.
Yes. We'll be on her podcast very, very soon.
Yeah.
And we will make sure that we let you guys know when she's airing it and everything.
Yeah, but before we end, let's just discuss the vetting process really fast.
Yes,
because I know we touched base. So some of you via TikTok have reached out on like email wise, and my vetting process is like unbelievably long. Like it's like really, really long because I want to know if you have allergies. I want to know what kind of playlists you may want if I have time. I want to know, if you say that you like, let's just say sissy play, right? Like, am I putting nails on you or are we just putting a wig on and like calling it a day? So mine's like very, very detailed, but there was a response to one of our emails recently regarding the lock and key.
The email was super long.
Yeah, they didn't want to do...
Yeah, they didn't want to fill out the long application. And what I really want people to understand is that if you're not willing to fill out that application, you really aren't serious. Because we're making sure that we facilitate a place in a community and a place for you to be yourself. And
you don't necessarily want to do what will please me. There are certain things that I haven't done that I really want to try, and I'm pretty sure if you're just like open willy-nilly, which probably means you're a little bit newer, like you don't want to do
everything
necessarily that I want to try.
Yes, yes. Be sure that you know what you want to try, and make sure you research it, because there's some people coming here, they say they want CBT, and they're like, I want extreme CBT. And if you know what CBT is, look it up. And if you get that swift kick,
and you're not cognitive behavioral therapy, like let's not get that confused.
Yeah, it's definitely not like something that you just try. You could be really damaged if you request something that you're not really ready for.
Yeah, and if you really are super open and you don't know what you like, because there is that one dude that gave us the book that we might have on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
He's very open to a lot of things. So if you really are unsure but you want to explore, come with hard limits, which is things you absolutely don't want to touch base on. Because, like, I always consider, like, us learning. I think that's what's great about us and training in here. Yes. So, like, if you just want us to learn on you, you may not like what we learned.
But you gotta be open to it. You have to be open to letting someone learn on you, because there may be mistakes made, and of course there'll definitely be consent before anything is done. But you never know what could happen.
Yeah, you gotta help us know what the consent is.
Like, I'm not into needle play. Like, I don't want to ever do needle play because I don't want to draw blood from anyone. To me, that's just not care, and that's not me helping you be the better version of yourself. You know what I mean?
It's terrifying. I don't do all the blood.
Yeah. I'm good.
Yes.
I'm good. But hey, to each his own. If that's what you do, that's what you do.
Yeah.
But in this business, there's so many different things that you could be, that you could, that could happen, and you want to make sure that you're safe and consenting.
Yeah, and you know what?
Times.
If there's something that we're not into, you can still message us, because I can guarantee you we know people who are very good. Like, if you want needle play, we both know someone that's very, very good at that. So I won't do it, but she could.
Yes, and then, and that's the thing too. I said earlier, if you are looking for someone and you contact one dom and you say, hey, I'm looking for this, and they don't have it, they do refer. And then it's good. It's better to have a referral, because exactly, that this person knows this other person they know what they're doing. Not all the time, but at least it's a referral from another dominatrix. It's not you just out there kind of blindly TikTok looking for someone on TikTok or Twitter and not knowing. You can also use Eros, which I heard is a very good place, and FetLife as well, but you still want to be careful. No matter what, be safe, be careful.
Have you had the issue of asking for, or like someone's like, oh, I've worked with your friend X, Y, and Z, and you're like, okay, like, I'll like reach out and like, just like make sure. Have you had that issue before?
I haven't had that issue yet. I had someone hit me up and they said, hey, I wanted to get a session. It was actually a female, and I don't really work with females that. Yeah. And so I was like, well, who? They said, oh, I'm a dom, and I wanted to see, some of the work that you
Princess
do.
Dubai?
Yes, that's why I feel like I know that's not fake. That's fake, right?
I don't know. She hit me up too, and I just stopped responding.
Yeah,
when I think that's referrals.
Fake. Yeah, when you ask for a referral, you always want to ask for a referral, especially from another dom.
Yeah.
If they want to do pictures or clips with you, you don't know. It could be a setup.
Well, also, it's like if you are committed to someone else, I think just respect-wise, like I don't want to step on anyone else's toes in the business.
Right.
But also, like I might give you a really good discount if you are actually friends with someone that I know.
Right.
But this person, he got like mad. He was like, well, I can't believe like you're gonna ask. And I was just like, listen, like this person who you've worked with before, like she's pretty well, like she's one of the owners of the studio. Like how do I know that you've worked with her? Like
exactly.
So anyways, it all worked out kind of, but like just saying, like just be nice,
Be nice.
We're trying to take care of you.
And make sure that you're, facilitating something that's very serious. This is a business where you get a lot of people that are fake, and a lot of, people just hitting you up, I don't know, for their amusement. So if that is you, take time to fuck off.
Yeah. Or basically. Like, don't be mad when people tell you to, which I feel like that's kind of part of it, though. People like want that ending of like, ugh, you're wasting my time.
Exactly. They do. They get off on that.
Yeah. But I don't want to like have to get to that point. I'm like, listen, you're a human too, right?
Exactly.
Anyways, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but this was a wonderful episode. This was a wonderful episode. We are definitely on the ends of this podcast episode. We want to thank you guys again for viewing the podcast.
Yes.
And what do you have planned this week? Anything new? Anything big?
Well, tomorrow is another party. Tomorrow night.
Wednesday nights,
so
Venus and Bells.
Venus and Bells. Like again, like I think most Wednesdays will be here. But other than that, just like working and taking care of the car stuff, and like going to a guac off on Friday.
A guac off?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I love guacamole. Who's guacking off?
Kevin's part of it.
Is he making guac?
He's one of them.
Is his guac good?
He's won last 3 years.
I want some of his damn guac. I love guacamole.
Yeah.
Love it.
Right. What are you doing this week other than coming to the guac off now?
Yeah, I think I might be hanging out at
Right?
the Waffle on Friday. 'Cause we're not
Mrs.
shooting
Kayla
since we're
too.
shooting right now. So
Right.
I might be walking off, baby.
Heck yeah.
However that sounds.
Right. We can do commercials for it.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, we have like, by the way, if you guys, we have like this weird like side things that we sometimes do. We make like really funny commercials.
We make
for, like,
funny
random businesses.
commercials for businesses. They may be a little sexy, but hey. And funny and cute.
Yeah.
But hey.
Yeah.
That's what people want. You know what I mean?
I think so.
We had, remember?
Yeah, so if you have a company that you want us to like make a really funny commercial for, you know, you might just need to send us snacks. Like,
I'll put on the episode, I'll put our Dick Waffles commercial.
Yeah, what?
I can't wait for the dick. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Yay! The dick's almost here. Cold dick with cookies.
Yay! How excited are you for this dick? I've never been so excited about another dick my whole life.
Dick.
I love dick.
Oh, hey.
Waffles commercial.
Waffles.
And Kayla and I made one for gooseberries a couple weeks ago. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was out of control. It was like too much. It was like so dumb. But yeah, so if you have a small company you want a free commercial for, just send snacks.
Well, ain't nothing free, baby.
Yeah, well, send snacks or like pizza or something. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
send us a meal and we will definitely do a commercial for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching the Elevate and Dominate podcast, where the podcast world collides with kink. I am your host, Goddess Arroya.
See, main host. See, you got it.
I'm just the host.
Anyways, I say main host, and I am the fangirl, Mistress Odessa.
Shut up.
I can't help it.
And you guys get ready for a wild ride. We will see you next what? Next
We'll
week.
see you when we see you.
Next week. We'll see you next week. This episode, the live is online. We'll just popping it in there, but we will be dropping this episode Friday. Yeah. See you Friday. Happy Friday.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.
And fun.
Bye. Bye. Please rate, review, and subscribe. Leave a message on our Anchor page. We'd love to hear from you. Follow us on all social media platforms and share if you got the time.